Do you know that feeling when you get home and you take your SD card out the camera and you ping it in your computer to download, and then you start viewing back your footage and then you realise, oh, not again. In your afternoon world, welcome to Tuesday 21st of January. We're here at Ireland Earth to look at a potential new toy for my dad. So this is Scott from Ireland Earth. He's just showing me these rather smart keys for a side-by-side. It's not actually a key, it's like keyless. So he's going to nip off and go and fetch the machine and bring it round to Dad, because Dad's mobility isn't that good. So he's going to bring it round so, well, Dad can get out of one vehicle and straight in another one. Isn't that right, Dad? Yeah, that right? I'll just take your seatbelt off, mate. Then you can get out. There you go. Free. A bit like being a child in a sweet shop coming here. You sort of wander around looking, oh, I like that, and I like that, and I like that. Oh, that looks familiar. That's the roller I borrowed off of him, and I think that's where I parked it. I don't think it's actually moved. So we're looking at a red machine today. And the second I saw this, it reminded me of my old Triumph Explorer. If you go back to my very early videos, I used to ride motorbikes, and that is almost exactly the colour of my last motorbike. And literally the second I saw that, it was kind of, oh, I miss my bike. But isn't that a pretty colour? Oh, look at that. Hey? Look at that. No getting out and doing it by hand. You can stay in the cab when it's piddling down with rain. You like that bit? Yeah, you like that. So that was an extra on other machines, so obviously standard on this one. Right then, come on Dad, out you come. Let's have a look at this toy. What do you reckon? Nice colour, isn't it? Hey? I like that. Oh, hang on. Oh, look at that! So that was another problem he used to have, was opening and closing his front windscreen. He could open it, but he could never reach far forward enough to actually close the thing, and this thing's automatic. Well, if you press a button, it's automatic anyway. On top of that, electric windows. Right, bear with him, Scott. Might take him a minute to orientate himself to get over there. But yeah, it is. He's mentioning how pretty it is, and he likes the inside as well. So all you got to do now is get your leg up there, Dad. It is a bit higher than his Kubota. Right then, go on then. Go on. He's looking for handles. Oh, on a handle. Oh, go on. Go on. Yeah, he's struggling a little bit. I reckon that's about 4 maybe 5 inches higher than his Kubota. Yeah, I'm offering the thumb up the bum to get him going, but he's declined the kind offer. No, don't want to do that. Go on, Dad. Go on. He's in there. He's in. It was all down to the angle of the dangle, and just being a bit more determined. So we're just having a chat now because Scott was saying that if he struggles, they could actually get a step made, a bit like my Land Rover step, for him to get in and out of there, and also if he needed to, they could also work out some kind of handle strap for him to get in as well. So but that's what he's saying. He's saying it was a bit difficult to get in, it's a bit higher, and I need somewhere to hang on to pull myself in. But that is, we can do something about that. Right, so Scott's just going to go through the machine now, show Dad what various buttons, switches and stuff to do, how to start it up, because it's all push button gears, there's no levers in it, it's literally just push a button and put your foot on the brake to start it. So yeah, that one over there. And while we're at it, we'll just put the back down. Hang on a second. Yeah, just put the back down. There it goes. And if you push this button up here, oh, that's it, that one there. That's what opens your windscreen. Oh, bloody marvellous, he says. Right, Scott's going to struggle with this bit. So this thing's got a smart screen in it. It's kind of a bit like a giant mobile phone or a small Tesla screen. Dad is not screen savvy. It will take him a while to get round that. So we can talk to him till we're blue in the face. And it's just a case we're going to have to go through it and show him all the different functions, because you can do all sorts of stuff on this screen. And these there, look at it. It's like blank. Words. Yeah, Ian could show me later. So this knob is our drive settings, like 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive, or we can actually lock the front wheels into a diff as well, so if you get stuck you can still get out. And if you get really stuck, down on the dashboard down here is the winch button. Yeah, winch button's that one. You just push sort of up or down or whatever else. That's the inside the cab switch. There's a wander lead too, so there's the winch on a Dyneema rope. So that's good for 3/4 of a ton, I think. So handy little thing. Right, Dad's been offered a little drive around the yard and I've been invited to join him, so I do like the seats. They're quite posh, aren't they? So he's just working out where... Oh, there's the electric window. Yeah, there. That's him. Up. Look at that. Bloody marvellous. So, and you've got to put it in neutral. Got to be at park. I'm just working out where his stick can live. So, got to be careful with these sticks. So, I reckon that'll live in there. I reckon that's safe there. And press the button. So, it's a shame you can't hear the engine. This is actually really quiet. Compared to the other machines we've tried, this thing is really quiet. So, actually also reminding me a little bit of my old my Explorer. Sounds a bit like a triple. Yeah, don't worry, mate. We won't scratch it. At least, hopefully, we won't scratch it. So, yeah, this machine's sold. So, take it steady, Dad. Right, I deliberately pressed the low box button. So, you can hear. So, we're revving a little bit. So, I pressed the low box to get him going, just to get him used to it, and now I put it in high, so, and told him to take it steady, and to remember that, you know, this is someone's pride and joy that he's driving around. So if this is your truck, don't worry, he did not scratch it. I remember him saying how quiet it was compared to his Kubota, which is a little diesel, and quite smooth. So I got a funny feeling he quite likes this thing. Just stay out of the dirty puddle, Dad, alright? Go around it. Good chap. It's got me thinking now, I quite fancy one of these myself. I never come in here at all looking for a machine for myself, but I do like this thing. I do. I quite like that one as well. But yeah, this is nice. So it's an inch or two taller than Dad's Kubota and might be an inch longer, but it will still fit in his garage. So we're having all these discussions about what we think of it, and so far we're pretty positive. We do like it a lot. It was at this point where he said, "I think this is too good for me," and I said, "What do you reckon?" He goes, "This is too good for me." I said, "Well, Dad, if you want it, you're never going to get another chance. If you really want it, why don't you?" "He's too good for me," he said. "Yeah, go press that button there." Not that. No, he pressed the wrong button. Oh well, it stopped. You can drop it off at my place if you want, Scott. Don't worry about Dad. I'll look after it for him. Just bring it to my place. Yeah. Well, hopefully getting out is easier than getting in. He's got great Uncle Gravity on his side this time, although it is high compared to his. It's a long way down there, and he's there going, "It's a long way. Don't want to fall out of there, do I?" "Do you want a hand, Dad? You alright?" He goes, "What I really want is a handle there, so I can catch all of it. So I've got nothing to hang on to." Hang on. There he goes. So yeah, I think a step maybe to help him get in and out, and Scott's just saying we could probably put a handle on there, and maybe even on the back pillar we can put something to help him get in and out. So there's things we could do. Yeah, we could put a handle there. That helps. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's something that we can engineer at a later date if he decides he wants one. Or maybe I can get one of those, airplane emergency slides that he just presses a button and then he can just slide out of there. No, he'd be on the floor then. That's a bad idea. Forget that. Bad idea. What do you reckon then, Dad? "Oh, it's too good for me." They said, "Oh, it's not too good for you, Dad. If you want it." He likes it. He just doesn't want to admit it. That's what it is. Right, he's going to go sit back in my van, and I still believe my microphone's working, so I was going to now have a little go around it with Scott. "You in there, Dad? Get your foot in. You in? Alright. You in? On your fingers." I'm just saying to Scott how the colour reminds me of my old motorbike. So, right, I'm going to sit inside now and have a little look for me. So the cabin's pretty clean in here. There's not an awful lot of buttons to do. There's the basic quick do ones. So there's a power supply there, USB. All the sort of intricate stuff is on the screen, but the quick in and out gears and diff and stuff like that is all just at finger touch. So yeah, I like it. This powered front screen thing is really, really, well, I would say it's a game changer for my dad, but I was just saying to Scott, he can't reach the front of his car. He can open the window, but he can't close it. But this thing, with the touch of a button, that is just what the doctor ordered for him. And look at that. It's even got a blinking windscreen wiper. What more could you want? This really is a nicely put together little machine. It is compact, but and the inside is just the colour of the, you know, look at that. It's just nice. What a nice place to be. It's almost a shame to take it on the farm and get it dirty. So, when can I borrow one then, Scott? When can you drop one off for me to play with? He said, well, this one's sold. He said, but we're having some more in. And if you'd like to try one, maybe we could arrange that. And I'm saying, I'd like that. If you could bring one down for me to play with. He's going, yeah, I reckon we could do that. What's in there then? Oh, that's the wander lead for the winch. So yeah, so you can operate the winch from outside the cab. Right, okay. That's the winch switch for inside the cab, so you can winch away from your seat if you want to. That's a very nice young lady just come in to pick up a CFMoto quad. So she wants Scott. You better go and sort your customer out, mate. I'll leave you to it. So yeah, but I really, really like that. I didn't come here to look at one for myself, but I do like that. Apparently this little measure on the tailgate of the machine is for our Australian cousins, so when they go fishing they can get their fish back and chuck on the back of it and they can work out how big it is. My fish is bigger than yours. So I promise you, I'm not sponsored to say this. I really like that. So yeah, I do kind of fancy it. Can I afford it for me? No, not really. Can Dad? If he really wants one, he can. But yeah, he still thinks it's too good for him. But I think that is a cracking little machine. Right, just dropped Dad back. So I had a chat with him about the new CF machine on the way back. I said, what do you think? He goes, really liked it. I said, what a smart bit of kit. Followed with, way too good for me. So yeah, he's gonna have a think about that. So I'm gonna go home and have my dinner, but on the way out I did steal a sausage. So yeah, I'll see you on the edge trimmer later on. Oh, hot. It's quite nice though. It's my brother's had some pigs done. We've had some pork, and he's had some sausages made, and apparently these are gluten free, but they're all right. Hot, but good.